Hare Krishna, Prabhupada, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for joining, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapatakalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupya Eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasa Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya, Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswatim Vyasam, Tato Jayamudirayed, Srinvatam Svakata Krishna, Punyashravana Kirtana, Ridyantah Stoya Bhadrani, Vidunuti Suhrit Satam. नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भागवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Before reciting the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Shri Vyasadeva, the author. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma Supersoul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the person of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Hare Krishna, Pranjal Prabhu Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Okay, Haribol, today we Pranam, Haribol. Thank you for joining. Okay, so today we start chapter 10. There's gonna be a fight. So who would like to start?
Fight with the Yakshas.
Go.
Hello.
Yes, Prabhu, you can read.
What?
You can start this chapter, Haribol. Rishikesh Prabhu, you can also.
Prabhu, if Ranjan Prabhu wants to continue, or can I?
No, Prabhu, you can continue.
Chapter 10, right? You can scroll up a bit, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, you can scroll up a bit. I want to read the name. Chapter 10, Dhruv Maharaj fights with the Yakshas. Text 1, Maitreya Vacha, Prajapaterittu Hitaram Shishumarasya Vai Dhruva Upaye Me Brahmim Nama Tatsat Sutau Kalpavas Vatsarau. Synonyms: Maitreya Vacha, the great sage Maitreya continued, Prajapate of the Prajapati, Duhitaram, daughter, Shishumarasya of Shishumara, Vai, certainly, Dhruva Maharaj, Upayeme, married, Brahmi, Nama, named Tatsutau, her sons, Kalpa, Vatsarau. Translation: The great sage Maitreya said, My dear Vidura, therefore, Dhruva Maharaj name married the daughter of Prajapati Shishumara, whose name was Brahmi, and two sons named Kalpa and Vatsara were born of her. Purport. Purport. It appears that Dhruv Maharaj married after being installed on the throne of his father, and after the departure of his father for the forest for self-realization. It is very important to note in this connection that since Maharaj Uttanapada was greatly affectionate towards his son, and since it is the duty of a father to get his sons and daughters married as quickly as possible, why did he not get his son married before he left home? The answer is that Maharaj Uttanapada was a Rajarishi, saintly king. Although he was busy in his political affairs and duties of government management, still he was very anxious for self-realization. Therefore, as soon as his son Dhruv Maharaj was quite worthy to take charge of the government, he took this opportunity to leave home, just like his son, who without fear left home for self-realization. Even at the age of 5 years, these are rare instances from which we can see that the importance of spiritual realization is above all other important work. Maharaj Uttanapada knew very well that to get his son Dhruv Maharaj married was not so important. It should take preference of to his going away to the forest for self-realization. Text 2. इल्यम् अपि प्रययं वयो पुत्रं महाबला पुत्रम् उत्कलनामानं योषितरत्नम् अजीजनत्. Synonyms: Ilyam unto his wife named Ila, Api, also Bharyayam unto his wife Vayo of the demigod Vayu, controller of air, Putram unto the daughter Mahabala, the greatly powerful Dhruv Maharaj, Putram son, Utkala, Namanam of the name Yoshit, female, Ratnam, jewel, Ajijanat, he begot. Translation: The great powerful Dhruv Maharaj had another wife named Ila, who was the daughter of the demigod Vayu. In her, he begot a son named Utkala and a very beautiful daughter. Text 3. Uttamastva akratodvaho mrigayam baliyasa hata punya janen nandro Tanmatsya gatim gata uttama tu, but akrita without udvaha marriage mrigaya young. On a hunting excursion, Bali Yasya, very powerful Hatha, was killed Punya Janena by a Yaksha Adro on the Himalayan mountains. That his mother Suruchi Asya of her son Gatim Ve Gata followed. Translation. Dhruv Maharaj's younger brother Uttama, who was still unmarried, once went on a hunting excursion and was killed by a powerful yaksha in the Himalaya mountains. Along with him, his mother Surushi also followed the path of her son, died. Text 4. Dhruva Bhratavadham Shrutva Kopamarsha Shucha Pita Jaitram Syandanam Asthaya Gata Punya Janalayam Dhruva Maharaj Britar Vadam killing of his brother Shritva. Hearing this news, Kopa, anger, Amarsha, vengeance, Sucha, lamentation, Arpita, being filled with Jaitram, victorious, Syandanam, chariot, Asthaya, getting on, Gata, went, Punya Janana, Alyam, to the cities of the Yakshas. Translation. When Dhruv Maharaj heard of the culling of his brother Uttama by the Yakshas in the Himalaya mountains, being overwhelmed with lamentation and anger, he got on his chariot and went for a victory over the city of Yakshas, Alakapuri. Alakapuri. Purport. Dhruv Maharaj, becoming angry, overwhelmed with grief, and envious of the enemies, was not incompatible with his position as a great devotee. It is a misunderstanding that a devotee should not be angry, envious, or overwhelmed by lamentation. Dhruv Maharaj was the king, and when his brother was unceremoniously killed, it was his duty to take revenge against the Yakshas from the Himalayas. Text 5. Gatvodicim disham raja rudranu charasevitam dadarsha himavat dronyam purnim purim guhas yaka sankulam gatva going udicim northern dishan direction raja king Dhruva Rudra Anuchara by followers of Rudra Lord Shiva Sevitam inhabited the Darshas saw Himalayan, Dronyam, a valley, Purim, a city, Guhyaka, ghostly persons, Shankulam, full of translation. Dhruv Maharaj went to the northern direction of the Himalayan range. In a valley, he saw a city that was full of ghostly persons who were followers of Lord Shiva. Purport. In this verse, it is stated that the Yakshas are more or less devotees of Lord Shiva. By this indication, the Yakshas may be taken to be the Himalayan tribes like the Tibetans. Thank you, Prabhu. If somebody wants to continue.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Vivek Prabhu and Shrikant Prabhu Dandarpanam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandarpanam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Who would like to read next?
I can read, Prabhu. It's okay.
Anybody? Yes, Prabhu.
Datmau Shankam, X6. Datmau Shankam Brihatbahu, Tam Dishashanunadayan, Yenod Vignadrishak Shaktar, Upadevyo Drashan Baham, Drashan Brisham, Datmau Blue. Datmau Blue, Shankam conch shell, Brihat Bahu, the mighty arm, Come, the sky, Dishakcha, in all directions, Anunadayan, causing to the sound, Ena, by which, Udvigna Dishaha appeared very anxious, Shapta, my dear Vidura, Upadevyaha, the wives of the Yakshas, Atrasham, became frightened, Brisham, greatly. Translation and translation. Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, as soon as Dhruva Maharaj reached Alakapuri, he immediately blew his conch shell, and the sound reverberated throughout the entire sky and in every direction. The wives of the yakshas became very much frightened. From their eyes, it was apparent that they were full of anxiety. Text 7. Tato nishkramya baline upadeva mahabataha asahantastan vinadam abhibetu udayudaha. O hero Vidura, the greatly powerful heroes of the yakshas, unable to tolerate the resounding vibration of the conch shell of Dhruva Maharaj, came forth from their city with weapons and attacked Dhruva. Text number 8. Satan apatato veera Gurudanva Maharatah Ekaikam Yugapat Sarvan Ahan Banaistridistirihi Taha Dhruva Maharaj. Tan, all of them. Apatataha, falling upon him. Veeraha, hero. Ugradanva, powerful bowman. Maharataha, who could fight with many chariots. Ekam, one after another. Yugapat, simultaneously. Sarvan, all of them. Ahan, killed. Banaihi, by arrows. Tribihi, by threes. Translation. Dhruva Maharaj, who was a great charioteer and certainly a great bowman also, immediately began to kill, then by simultaneously discharging arrows 3 at a time. Text 9. Devailalata lagnaistair ishubi sarvayevahi matva nirastam atmanam asam sankarma tasyadat. Synonyms. They, why, certainly. Dalata lagnaihi, intent upon their heads. Taihi, by those. Ishubihi, arrows. Sarve, all of them. Eva, certainly. He, without fail. Matva, thinking. Nirastam, defeated. Atmanam, themselves. Asamsan, praised. Asamsan, praised. Karma, action. Tasya, of him. That. Translation. When the heroes of the Yakshas saw that all of their heads were being thus threatened by Dhruva Maharaj, they could very easily understand their awkward position, and they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. But as heroes, they lauded the action of Dhruva. Puppet. This spirit of fighting in a sporting attitude is very significant in this verse. The Yakshas were severely attacked. Dhruva Maharaj was their enemy, but Dhruva Maharaj was their enemy. But still, upon witnessing the wonderful heroic acts of Maharaj Dhruva, they were very pleased with him. This straightforward appreciation of an enemy's prowess is a characteristic of real Kshatriya spirit. Te pichamam amrishyantah padasparsham ivo ragaha sarair avidyan yugapad dvigunam prachikirshavaha. Synonyms. They, the yakshas. Be, also. Cha, and. Amum, and Dhruva. Amrishyantah, being intolerant of. Padasparsham, being touched by the feet. Iva, like. Uragaha, serpents. Saraihi, with arrows. Avidyan, struck. Yugapat, simultaneously. Dvigunam, twice as much. Prachikir Shavaha, trying to retaliate. Translation. Just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon by anyone's feet, the Yakshas, being intolerant of the wonderful prowess of Dhruva Maharaj, threw twice as many arrows, 6 from each of their soldiers, and thus they very valiantly exhibited their prowess. Text 11 and 12. Tatat Hariga Nistrim Sai Rashasula Parashvadaihi Shaktir Busundibish Chatchitravajai Sarairapi Abhyavarsham Prakopita Saratam Sahasaratim Ichantastat Pratikartum Ayutanam Trayodasha Dranam Stata thereupon. Parigha with iron bludgeons, Nistrim Shahi and swords. Prashashula with tridents, Parasvadehi and lances, Shakti with pikes, Rishtibihi and spears, Bushundibihi with Bushundi weapons, Chitravajehi having various feathers, Saraihi with arrows, Api also, Abhyavarshan, they showered Dhruva, Rakupitaha, being angry, Saratham, along with his chariot, Sahasarathim, along with his charioteer, Ichantaha, desiring, Tat, Dhruva's activities, Pratikartum, to contract, Ayuthana of 10,000s, Sayodasha, 13. Translation: the Yaksha soldiers were 130,000 strong, all greatly angry and all desiring to defeat the wonderful activities of Dhruva Maharaj. With full strength, they showered upon Maharaj Dhruva, along with his chariot and charioteer, various types of feathered arrows, arigas, iron bludgeons, nistrimsas, swords, prashasulas, tridents, parashvadas, lances, paktish, pikes, rishtis, spears, and busundi weapons. Spears. Text 13. Auttanapadi satada sastravarshena burina na eva drishyata channa na eva drishyata channa asharena yata girihi. Auttanapadihi Dhruva Maharaj, sir, he, tada at that time, sastravarshena, by a shower of weapons. Burina, incessant, na, not. Eva, certainly. Adrishyata was visible. Achannaha, being covered. Asarena, by constant rainfall. Yata, as. Girihi, a mountain. Translation: Dhruva Maharaj was completely covered by an incessant shower of weapons, just as a mountain is covered by incessant rainfall. Puppet. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura points out in this connection that although Dhruva Maharaj was covered by the incessant arrows of the enemy, this does not mean he succumbed in the battle. The example of a mountain peaks being covered by incessant rain is just suitable. For when a mountain is covered by incessant rain, all dirty things are washed from the body of the mountain. Similarly, the incessant shower of arrows from the enemy gave Dhruva Maharaj new vigor to defeat them. In other words, whatever incompetency he might have had was washed away. Ahakarastadaivasit siddhanam divi pashyatam atoyam manavakshruyo magna punya janarnave. Ahakarha, synonyms, ahakaraha, tumult of disappointment. Tada, at that time, eva, certainly, asit, became manifest. Siddhanam, of all the residents of Tiloka. Divi, in the sky. Pashyatam, who were observing the fight. Ataha, killed. I am this. Manavaha, grandson of Manu. Suryaha, sun. Magnaha, set. Punya Jana, of the Yakshas. Arnave, in the ocean. Translation: all the Siddhas from the higher planetary systems were observing the fight from the sky. And when they saw that Dhruva Maharaj had been covered by the incessant arrows of the enemy, they roared tumultuously. The grandson of Manu, Dhruva, is now lost. They cried that Dhruva Maharaj was just like the sun, and that now he had set within the ocean of the Yakshas. But in this verse, the word Manava is very significant. Generally, this word is used to mean human being. Dhruva Maharaj also described here as Manava. Not only is Dhruva Maharaj a descendant of Manu, but all human society descends from Manu. According to Vedic civilization, Manu was the lawgiver. Even today, Hindus in India follow the laws given by Manu. Therefore, everyone in human society is a Manava, or descendant from Manu. But Dhruva Maharaj is a distinguished Manava because he is a great devotee. The denizens of the planet Siddhaloka, where the residents can fly in the sky without airplanes, were anxious over Dhruva Maharaj's welfare in the battlefield. Srila Rupa Goswami says, therefore, that not only is a devotee well protected by the Supreme Lord, but all the demigods and even ordinary men are anxious for his security and safety. The comparison given here is that Dhruva Maharaj appeared to merge in the ocean of the Yakshas is also significant. When the sun sets on the horizon, it appears that the sun drowns in the ocean. But actually,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can you go little slow because I am not getting, Prabhu.
okay, sorry, Prabhu. The comparison given here that Dhruva Maharaj appeared to merge in the ocean of the Yakshas is also significant. When the sun sets on the horizon, it appears that the sun drowns in the ocean. But factually, the sun has no difficulty. Similarly, although Dhruva appeared to drown in the ocean of the Yakshas, he had no difficulty. As the sun rises again in due course at the end of night, so Dhruva Maharaj, although he might have been in difficulty, because after all it was a fight, and in any fighting activities there are reverses. That did not mean that he was defeated. Nadatsuyato daneshu jayakashishu ato mrite udadistas udadistas udadistasya niharativa bhaskaraha. Synonyms. Nadatsu, while explaining Yatu daneshu of the ghostly yakshas, jayakashishu, proclaiming victory, ato, then, mride, in the fighting, udadistas, udadistat, appeared, Rataha, the chariot, Tasya of Dhruva Maharaj, Niharat, from the mist, Iva, like Bhaskaraha, the sun. Translation. The Yakshas, being temporarily victorious, claimed that they had conquered Dhruva Maharaj, but in the meantime, Dhruva's chariot suddenly appeared, just as the sun suddenly appears from within foggy mist. So, but here, Dhruva Maharaj is compared to the sun and the great assembly of the Yakshas to foggy mist. Fog is insignificant in comparison with the sun. Although the sun is sometimes seen to be covered by fog, in fact, the sun cannot be covered by anything. Our eyes may be covered by a cloud, but the sun is never covered. By this comparison to the sun, the greatness of Dhruva Maharaj in all circumstances is affirmed. Text 16. Dhanorvishpurjayan divyam Drishatam kedam utbahan Astraugam vyadadamadvanir Gananikam Ivanilaha. Synonyms. Dhanuhu, his bow. Vishpurjayan, banging. Divyam, wonderful. Drishitam, Drisatam, of the enemies. Kedam, lamentation. Udvahan, creating. Astra ogam, different types of weapons. Vyadamat, he scattered. Banaihi, with his arrows. Gana, of clouds. Anikam, an army. Iva, like Anila, the wind. Translation. Dhruva Maharaja's bow and arrows banged and hissed, causing lamentation in the hearts of his enemies. He began to shoot incessant arrows, shattering all their different weapons, just as the blasting wind scatters the assembled clouds in the sky. Text 17. Tasya te chapa nirmukta vitva varmani rakshasam Kayan avishushtatma girin ashanayo yata. Synonyms: Tasya of Dhruva. Te, those arrows. Chapa, from the bow. Nirmuktaha, released. Vitva, having pierced. Varmani, shields. Rakshasam, of the demons. Kayan, bodies. Avi, Vishuhu, entered. Stigma, sharp. Girin, mountains. Ashanayoho, Ashanayaha, thunderbolts. Yatha, just like. Translation: the sharp arrows released from the bow of Dhruva Maharaj pierced shields and bodies of the enemy, just like the thunderbolts released by the King of Heaven, which dismantle the bodies of the mountains. Text 1819. Ballai sanchityamananam sirobhishchar kundalai urubir hematanabai tanabai urbir valayavangubhi arakeyurame mukutay ushnishaisya mahadyanehe astratas tarana puvo rejurvira manohara. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, the heads of those who were cut into pieces by the arrows of Dhruva Maharaj were decorated very beautifully with earrings and turbans. The necks of their bodies were as beautiful as golden palm trees. Their arms were decorated with golden bracelets and armlets, and on their heads there were very valuable helmets bedecked with gold. All these ornaments lying on that battlefield were very attractive and could bewilder the mind of a hero. Purport: it appears that in those days, soldiers used to go to the battlefield highly decorated with golden ornaments and with helmets and turbans. And when they were dead, the booty was taken by the enemy party. Their falling dead in battle with their many golden ornamental dresses was certainly a lucrative opportunity for the heroes on the battlefield. Atavashi 620. Atavashishta itere ranachirat raksho gana kshatriya varya sayakai prayo vivrakana prayo vivratavayava vidudruvur Brigendra Vikrindita Vyutapaiva Hata Avashitaha Shitaha. The remaining soldiers were not killed. Itare, others. Rana Ajirat, from the battlefield. Rakshaha Ganaha, the Yakshas. Kshatriya Varya, of the leaders of the Kshatriyas or warriors. Sayakaihi, by the arrows. Prayaha, mostly. Vivrakna, cut to pieces. Avayavaha, their bodily limbs. Vidudrubuhu, fled. Mrigendra, by a line. Vikridita, being defeated. Yutapaha, elephants, Iva, like. Translation: the remaining yakshas, who, somehow or other, were not killed, had their limbs cut to pieces by the arrows of the great warrior Dhruva Maharaj. Thus, they began to flee, just as elephants flee when defeated by a lion. Text number 21. Apashyamana sa tadatatayanam mahamrite kanchana manavotama purim titrikshan apina visadrishin visham namayinam veda chikirshitam jana. Synonyms: apashyamana, while not observing, saha, dhruva, tada, at that time, atatayinam, are armed opposing soldiers, mahamrite, in the great battlefield, kanchana, any, manava uttamaha, the best of the human beings. Purim, the city, Didakshan, wishing to see Api, although the Avisat did not enter, Visham of the enemies, Na, not Mayinam of the mystics, Veda knows, Chikir the plants, Janaha anyone. Translation: Dhruva Maharaj, the best of human beings, observed that in that great battlefield, not one of the opposing soldiers was left standing with proper weapons. He then desired to see the city of Alakapuri, but he thought to himself, no one knows the plans of the mystic Yakshas. Text number 22. Iti bruvam shikraratnasya saratim yatta paresham pratiyoga shankitah Sushravathapam jaladeritam nabashvato dikshu rajonvadrishyata. Synonyms: iti, thus, Dhruvan talking, Chitraratha, Dhruva Maharaj, whose chariot was very beautiful, Prasarathim, through his charioteer, Yattaha, being on guard, Paresham, from his enemies, Pratiyoga, counterattack, Shankitaha, being apprehensive, Shushrava, heard, Sabdam, sound, Jaladehi, from the ocean, Iva, as if, Iritham, resounded, Nabashvataha, because of wind, Dikshu in all directions, Rajaha, dust, Anu, then, Adrishyata, was perceived. Translation: In the meantime, while Dhruva Maharaj, doubtful of his mystic enemies, was talking with his charioteer, they heard a tremendous sound, as if the whole ocean were there, and they found that from the sky, a great dust storm was coming over them from all directions. Krishna Prabhu, when somebody else comes to
Hare
thank you,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
thank you so much, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gaura Shakti, Prabhu, Tandat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Krishna, Gaurav Prabhu, Tandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus, please accept my humble obeisances, O Gaurishra Prabhupada.
Thank you for joining, Prabhu. Hari Bol. Who will read next?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam to all of you. Jai Sri Prabhupada.
Hari Bol, Tandat Pranam. Will you read Shubham, Prabhu? Or anyone else?
Yes,
can read,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
one more I can
Okay.
read.
Okay,
Okay,
Shubham,
go ahead.
Prabhu.
क्षणेन छादितं व्योम घनानिगेन सर्वतः स्फुरत्तडितदिक्षु त्रसयतन ईतनुना क्षणेन. Within a moment, Achaditam was cold. Vyom, the sky, Ghan, of dense cloud. And again with a mass Sarvata everywhere. Whispered dazzling threat while lightning the two in all directions. True saith, threatening Stanayituna Nuna with thundering. Within a moment, the whole sky was overcovered with dense clouds and severe thundering was heard. There was glittering electric lightning and severe rainfalls. Yes, Prabhu, I can read one more. वह प्रसूरुधि वब्रसुरुधिरो घासृक् पुण्यविनमुत्रमेधस निपेतुर्गङ्गनादस्य कबन्धन्य अग्रतो नः वब्रसु sword Rudra blood and inundation Asrik Muscus we pass with stool mutra urine myths and mirror nipi to begin to fall Ganath from the sky Asya of the Dhruva Kavandhani trunks of bodies Greta in front Nag O faultless Pidro. My dear faultless Pidro, in that rainfall there was blood, muscus, pus, stool, urine, and marrow falling heavily for Dhruv Maharaj. And there were trunks of bodies falling from the sky. Very scary, Prabhu, all this.
Yes, Prabhu.
So much advanced warfare, Prabhu, at that time.
Shall I go ahead, Prabhu? Read or Shama Prabhu, you still want to read?
ततः दृश्यतः गिरेत् निपेतुः सर्वतो दिशं गदा परिघ निसृंस मुसला सस्मवर्षेण. Next great mountain was visible in the sky, and from all directions hailstone fell, along with lances, clubs, sword, iron bludgeons, and great piece of stone. What is hailstone, Prabhu? Hailstone.
It's like ice. You know those ice stones from the sky?
Hailstones.
Instead of raindrops, stones fall as big as the raindrops.
Yes, Prabhu, it's like ice.
Oh yes.
It's like this. We've had
Oh
this.
yes, Prabhu. Sometimes there is with rain this also.
Yes, Prabhu.
In Finland, there is a lot of things like this.
Yes, Prabhu.
Don't need to go with the
I
Lakshasa.
Yes, Prabhu, we always have these things. Our
I know,
sword.
I know.
This is crazy. Who's reading?
Yes, Prabhu. I can.
Go on.
I will continue till purport. One purport I want.
Yes, Prabhu.
Ayo sanini hasasa. Omanto nim rusa chive. Abhyadavan gaja matta. Simha vyagrascha youth sa. Abhya serpents asani and thunderbolt. Nisasa breathing. Vamanata vomiting. Agnim fire. Rusa Akshibhi with angry eyes. Abhyadhavan came forward. Gaja elephant. Matta mad. Simha lions. Vyagra tigers. Also youths in groups. Dhamana also saw many big serpent with angry eyes, vomiting forth fire and coming to devour him, along with groups of mad elephant, lion, and tigers. Dhruv Maharaj was really courageous after looking all these things. He was standing there.
Yes, bro.
समुद्र उर्मिभिर् भीम प्लावयन् सर्वतो भुवम् असासद् महाहृदः कल्पान्त इव भीषण. So under the seas, Urmi with waves, Bhima appeared, Plavian inundating Sarvata in all direction. Bhuvam, the earth Asasat came forward, Mahartha, making Maharada, making great sound. Kalpante, the dissolution at the end of Kalpa, you will like Vishana fearful. Then, as if it were the time of dissolution of whole world, the fierce seas with foaming waves and great roaring sound came forward before him. एवं विधानिकानि त्रासनान्यमनस्विनां सृष्टुस्तिग्मयं सृष्टुस्त्रिंगतय आसुर्यमाययासुरा एवं विधानि phenomenon like this anekani many varieties of trasnani fearful amanasvinam to the less intelligent man Sasjudik created Tigmagatya of heinous nature, Asurya demoniac, Maya by illusion, Asura of the demons. The demons yakshas are by nature very heinous, and their demoniac power of illusion, they can create many strange phenomena to frighten one who is less intelligent. ध्रुवे प्रयुक्तां सुरैस्तां मायामती दुस्तरां निशम्य दस्य मुनयः समागतः ध्रुवे against Dhruva pratyuktam inflicted Asurai by the demons tam that Maya mystic power Adi Aditustaram very dangerous Nisamya after hearing thus says Munia the great suggests some good fortune assumption giving encouragement for Samagata assembled. When the great sages heard that Dhrumaraj was overpowered by the illusory mystic of the demons, they immediately asked to offer him auspicious encouragement. Munihoj, उत्तानपाद भगवतस्तव सर्गधन्वा देवः चिणोतवन आर्तिहरो विपक्षान् येन्नामधेयमधिधाय निशम्यजाधा लोको यसा तरति दोस्तरमङ्गमृत्युम् Munyoju, the great the suggested Anu Anutan Anu Autanpad, O son of Gautanpad, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so your Sarg Dhanva, one who bear the bow called Sarg, Deva, the Lord, Chinot, may he kill. awareness of the surrender soul arti, the distress who removes reputation enemies, yet whose Namadhyam or name Abhidhaya ring Nisamya hearing. They also adha immediately Loka persons unjusapuli that they overcome Dastram insurmountable Gaudhu Mrityum death. All this suggested my dead Dhruva, O son of King Uttan, but may the Supreme Personality Godhead, known as Sargadhanus, who relieves the distress of his devotee, kill all your threatening enemies. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, simply by chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, many men can be fully protected from the fierce death without difficulty. Thus, a devotee is saved. Purport. The great rishis approached Dhruv Maharaj at a time when his mind was very perplexed due to magical feats exhibited by the Yakshas. A devotee is always protected by the Supreme Personality of God. By his inspiration only, the sages came to encourage Dhruv Maharaj and assure him that there was no danger, because he was soulfully surrendered to the Supreme Lord. By the grace of the Lord, if a devotee can simply chant his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. At the time of death, then he immediately surpassed the great ocean of material sky and enters the spiritual sky. He never has to come back for a repetition of birth and death. Simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can surpass the ocean of death. So Dhruva Maharaj was certainly able to surpass the illusory miracle feats of the Yakshas, which for the time being disturbed his mind. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of fourth canto, 10th chapter of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled Dhruva Maharaj Fight with the Yakshas. Jai Sri Prabhupada.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Shubham Prabhu. Hmm. What is the verse? 4:10:30. I think we don't have this. 4:10. 4:10:30. Oh, it is there, Haribol. We had it. Thank you so much, Shubham Prabhu. We have some.
Thank you, Prabhu, for giving me chance.
Oh, it's already 9 p.m. How can this be? Did we already read 1 hour? This is weird.
Yes, Prabhu, 8:56 at our area.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, tomorrow we continue from new chapter. Is this also a shorter one? Yeah. So tomorrow maybe we can read the whole chapter. Okay, now let's go to six Astakam prayers.
So Prabhu, like Hollywood can make a movie on this.
Yes, Prabhu. But it would be scary. There would be all the things coming from the sky.
I think they can choose Finland to shoot it.
Yes, Prabhu.
This is perfect place for that.
Yes, Prabhu. They don't even need big budget here. They just
Yes.
they just come to the city center, they put the camera, everything's already happening there.
Yes, bro. Even the people are crazy. They don't need to do anything. Just, you know, go there and just film. No problem.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so just like Pranjal Prabhu is saying, they will make a Spider-Man.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, they only make these movies. They don't make Krishna conscious
But,
movies.
but you know, we got some Narasimha movie. In the future, perhaps we will get more. We don't know.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, he has promised that next year also he will come with Parasram movie.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
and
this movie will be very like broody
yes, Prabhu,
movie.
big
Like,
fights.
yeah, Palashulam is not joking, you know.
Yes, Prabhu. I wonder how long it will be because there is so many fighting. I don't know how they put it in one movie.
Yeah, but just to when we observe Narasimha movie, we can see that it's a very broody one, you know. Like Palashulam will definitely be in that category, like, you know, a lot of brood and everything, because this is what he is doing. He's cutting some head, you know. So only fight. I think there will be some lot of fight, you know, but not so much, you know. They can't because this is not very attractive actually.
And
It
Prabhu
needs to
also
be
in
to have a
India,
story.
in India there is some Kshatriyas who are very much. I mean, they are not Kshatriyas now, but they will oppose movie like
Oh, really?
yeah, maybe Prabhu. Yes.
Hmm. But you know, this Nashima movie was a great success. So he earned a lot of Lakshmi. I think he can do better if he keep going with the quality. He can do some very nice movie actually.
Yes, so
So,
Narsimha movie was super hit.
hmm. You know, at the beginning, he didn't have enough Lakshmi to even do that movie properly. But we all not see, you know, what happened. You know, it was a tremendous success.
Hmm.
So I think that this Parashuram movie, it will be very nice because he had more Lakshmi, than before. So obviously he can make better movie, but I don't know because sometimes, you know, fame and everything. I don't know if he is a devotee. He is chanting. Perhaps yes, he can, you know, do better and for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. I don't know. This is something we will see him because this is the main problem uh, with them if they are not really spiritually strong. Then a little fame
Yes,
and
so
then they
because
can deviate, you know,
yes,
and
so
do
because
crazy
he
stuff.
was telling that his mother and his wife's mother, they are all initiated by gurus of ISKCON.
Yeah, yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, Yeah, the Narasimha movie was nice, was nice, but
Yes, Pramod. I
you
need to
know,
think.
I don't know about the others because you know, little fame and they can deviate and say, oh yeah, we need more fight, we need more this and that, and then this is a crazy nonsense, you know, and I'm just a little scared about that, you know. If the person is not spiritually inclined and didn't have a proper sadhana and you know is initiated from those bogus guru, obviously he can deviate and he can do some crazy nonsense. So I don't know. We will see, but this is the problem. Those who can do something, yeah, they are not properly situated in spiritual life, like with the correct
But yes, Prabhu,
association.
he look like very simple and I mean humble.
Yeah, we will see because sometimes you know the Lord can inspire him. When he do something like this, if he is really sincere, the Lord will inspire him. Just
And
like the
he was
Narasimha
saying
movie
that,
is not bad. This is very nice movie. This is very nicely
and he
made.
was saying that Prabhupada gave me the sun and inspired me to make this movie.
Yeah, perhaps you know he is sincere. I don't know about this darshan. You know,
No,
this is
Prabhu,
is
I mean, he was saying this in an interview.
Hmm.
yeah, but we must be very careful about those things. You know, speculation, imagination, whatever. This is his things, you know. But the main thing is that if he's sincere, yes, the other movie will be nice also. But I don't know because you know the position of ISKCON nowadays is not so good. We can see all of them are really crazy.
Yes, Prabhu.
So let's see. If he's sincere, yes, it will be a very nice movie also. Because Nashima movie is nice. I can't say nothing about that. This is that's why it was a success. You know, the Lord was pleased. It was a nice movie, really. A lot of people didn't even know about Narasimha, and then after this movie, they all know. They all knew. So this is a nice service.
And
We can't
before the
deny that.
release, also, he was saying that it's going to do something. Nasimha is out and he is going to do something like this.
Hmm. So we will see. I hope that someday in ISKM we will also have some talented person like this, and then we can really make some very nice movie and animation, properly made. The main thing is that it is based on the teaching of Srila Prabhupada. That's all. They don't incorporate some nonsense in there. This is the main thing. If they can do that, then it will act, you know, upon those who see, who will saw the movie and everything. It will act because they follow Srila Prabhupada teaching. But if they don't, you know, follow, they add their own speculation in it, then yeah, it will not act. So this is the main thing, to you know convert as it is, you know, to do something as it is, not as the spiritual master said, not as we want or you know as they want, but as the spiritual master said it. We will see. I know that he said there will be a series of movie, you know, not only Palashulam but others also. There are more than 6 movie, right, that he want to make. So we will see what will happen. So Thank you very much, dear Prabhu, for this. I think there is the Shastaka, right? We didn't even chant it.
Yes, Prabhu.
Chetodalpanamarjanam bhavamaham davagninilvapanam Shliyakailavachandrika vitalanam Vidyavadujivanam Anandam buddhivardhanam Plachipadam punam litasvadanam Salvatmasnapanam palam vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Nam Bahuda Nija Salva Shakti Statra Pitani Amitasmarane Nakaraham Tradrishita Vakipa Bhagavan Mamapi Dudaiva Midrishamiha Janinanulagaham Trinadapi Sunichenam Tarodapi Saishnunam Manina Manadenam Kiltaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Nasundalim Kavitam Jagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmani Shwari Bhavatad Bhakti Lahaitu Kitwai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkalam Pachitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Bhutau Kripaya Tava Padapankaja Stitaduri Sadrisham Vichintayam Nayanam Galadasludayalam Vadanam Gadgadaludaya Gila Pulakaye Nichitam Vapukadam Tavanamagahane Bhavishyati Yugaitam Nimeshena Chakshusha Pravishaitam Shunyaitam Jagat Salvam Govinda Vilahinamim Ashlisyava Padalatam Pinastumam Maldasanan Malmahatam Kalutuvam Yata tatava vidata tulam patumat plana natastu saivana palaham. Shishastakam ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord. Yes, Prabhu.
Please continue, carry on.
Okay, Prabhu. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the strong the state. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice stoke up and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? Oh, Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering to be a moment like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the void in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he undoes me roughly in his embrace, or makes me broken hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. श्री शिक्षाष्टकम की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु
Jai.
की जय।
Jai.
Yeah.
Bahujanma Karayati Shavana Kirtan, Tabutana Paya Krishna Pada Premadan. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many birds, he will not get the love of God. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The 10 offenses against the chanting of the holy name are as follows. The first offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense, to consider the name of the Migola, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
Third offense, to disobey the orders of spiritual master or to consider him as an ordinary person.
Fourth offense, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in Persians, the Vedic versions.
Fifth offense, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to the imagination.
Sixth offense, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord.
Eighth offense, to consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of a special vitality activity which are often in the Vedas, like fruitive activity karma kanda. Ninth offense, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
10th offense, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success Krishna prema. Now let us offer our respectful obeisances unto the unto all the devotees of the Lord who are just like desire trees. And they are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Vanchakalpadravudishya kripasindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Nanda Kochi Vaishnav Linde ki Jai, Shla
Jai.
Prabhupada ki Jai,
Jai,
Nitai Gaura Premanande,
Jai,
Hari Hari Bol.
Very good.
Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari.